Welcome in, Greg Ruff along with you, and joining me is Chad Hibden, the women's basketball coach here at Trevecca. And it seems really odd that this is your first year because you've been here for so long now, and we've gotten to know you a little bit and watched your team and your recruiting. But do you feel still new here?
No, not at all. We got started obviously in the spring, and myself and Coach Kaysen and now Coach Stevens, we've been here putting work in from day one, and so it feels like we've been here a while. But when we start on Saturday, that first day of practice, I'm sure there's going to be still some newness there, and we'll have some growing pains through the early part of our first week or so of practice, and that's when I think we'll realize, okay, we're trying to implement the things that we want to get done, and that's probably when we'll feel new again.
Absolutely. Talk about the process, because you've done this a couple of times now, because you went to Truett McConnell, you were there for a year, and now you're here. Going through that process, you know, the players that were here that are returning, and then you recruit more players and you mesh those, and just getting everything set up, getting uniforms, getting schedules, just that whole process, what that's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, you try to connect with your team and your players. Obviously, you have a connection with your recruits that are coming in, and so then you start to build a relationship, with them, and then obviously try to get to know and build that relationship with the returners. And during that process, it's the organizational things that really, take up a lot of time, and so it's a balance. You have to have a plan. You have to be organized and detailed, so that you're accomplishing both of those. So that when you get to your preseason, then it is all about your preseason. It's all about some team bonding, some team unity, some get to know things, and so it's just a great opportunity when you start a new program. The eagerness of everyone, and so I've done this a few times in my career. I always like to say I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty, and we've got a great staff that's willing to do the same thing. And it's a lot of work, but with the work comes a lot of reward too. And most importantly, the reward is just really truly getting to know them. And I think sometimes after you've been at a program for a long time, I was at Blackman High School for 10 years, and sometimes I think you think things will just kind of happen, and you forget about doing all the things that you really need to do in those first few years, and especially the first few months of a job.
Yeah, you had a clear message coming in from day one when you got the job, even before it was announced. You've had a clear message all the way through. Talk about your message about championship built, about all the things that because you're just ingraining that into your team and into our community.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to have a consistent vision, and for them to see it more than just hear it. And so what we've tried to do is model those things. And we have our 4 program pillars: our Give, Grow, Love, and Win, and that's just a collection of ideas that help us establish a culture of integrity, a culture of diversity. We want to celebrate all the uniquenesses of our players, and then also just a safeness about that it's okay for us to try to succeed. It's okay when we fail. It's okay when we do succeed. And then the whole basketball mission, the basketball vision is about being a champion for Christ, a champion in the classroom, a champion on the court, and a champion off the court, and just being championship build. And I think you build your DNA for each individual, and it's all a little different for them. But with our program pillars and with our motto and our vision about being championship built, it's all about being disciplined. It's all about being determined and having a direct approach to what we do. And our young ladies are excited. They're eager about it. They've bought in. I don't think they've bought in because they feel like they have to. I feel like they've bought in because it's something new, it's something fresh, and it's something that they're relishing right now.
It's connecting with them. You can really tell that from being outside the program in a sports information office. But one thing that I want to give you a chance to talk about this team. What is this team? I know you don't know yet because you haven't really practiced. But your vision, what is this team going to look like on the court?
There's got to be a toughness, and that's, it started from, being very detailed in every little thing that we do to build a mental and emotional toughness. And we've had our preseason workouts to build some more toughness with them, physical, and even the mental and emotional. And so we want to be considered as just a very, very tough team on both ends of the court. We want to, situations and circumstances really don't matter or dictate the way we play. We want to dictate the way we play because of the standards that we have, and that's what we want. As we're starting to figure out who we are as a basketball team, and our philosophies that we like to see in place, and then meshing them with what's going to be best for them to be successful, and that's where I think my experience and diverse experience of different things, helps be able to come in and go, okay, here's what we'd like to be, here's what we would like to do, but really what's going to help them be successful. But it's really all about a toughness, and with our young ladies, we have the backbone and a foundation with them that there's some tough girls in there.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that a little bit ourselves out there. Even on photo day, they were tough.
Yeah.
They were tough.
Had the tough face and the seriousness but they have fun too.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's a balance. It really is, and that's what we're really enjoying right now. Is they know right now when it's time to get to business and when it's time we're going to loosen up, and there should be an element of both.
There really should. Good job, Chad Hibden. His first year at Trevecca coming up, and we'll see what it's all about for the 2016-17 season of Trevecca women's basketball. Greg Ruff and Sarah Arabia, senior on the Trevecca women's basketball team for the 2016-2017 season, and you guys are in full workout mode now. You've got practices going on, you're working out. You guys are all over the place, aren't you?
We got a very busy schedule. We only got one day off for fall break because we wanted to get in here and get in the gym and work, and because our first opening official practice is this Saturday, so we're trying to get prepared and be ready to go on Saturday. You
guys have gone on retreat so far, and you guys have done some community service work, and those are things that are pretty important in the NCAA Division II era in particular, just because of team bonding, and you guys get to know about each other, right?
Right. Oh yeah, it was very good for us to get to go on that team bonding trip. We learned a lot about each other. We opened up with each other, and it was just very emotional within our team, and we got to bond within that time together.
You were a part of the transition to NCAA Division II, and now you've been in the transition of coaching staffs. And just talk about that, because you recruited and played for Gary Van Atten, and now you're going to finish your senior year with Chad Hibden and Shanice and Craig and all of them. Just talk about that transition, because I think you've enjoyed it to a certain degree.
Right. When I first found out about it, it was kind of my last year. Change within your last year is kind of like you don't know how to feel about it. But change is always good, and it's been a great change, and I'm very happy and I'm excited for this season.
You guys have got a mesh of veterans. You've got a couple of seniors, but you've got a underclass that's pretty good too, right?
Yes, sir. We've got a recruit that's going to be a junior, and then we also have 5 new freshmen that are coming in, and some big key post players that are coming in that's really going to help us out down low. You like that because that maybe drops you out to the 4 a little bit sometimes? Well, it just helps me all around. Getting somebody to help you with those rebounds. Well, just talk about Trevecca and what it's meant for you to be here. This is going to be your 4th year. Right. This will be my last year, and I don't know what I'm going to do without basketball or Trevecca. This has become home to me, and even when I'm gone for the summer, I look forward to coming back and getting basketball ready to go and started up. It's just going to be a lot different without it in my life, and it's been a great place, and like I said, it's become a home to me. You said something on photo day. You said, I don't want to quit playing, and you don't, do you? No, sir. My whole life, ever since 3rd grade, I've been playing, and in high school I played softball as well, and then I made a decision my junior year in high school that I wanted to, dedicate it to basketball and go play college basketball, and ever since then, it's always been a love, and to carry my career on, I hope to go coach someday, so to keep that going. I told her to keep playing, don't stop playing, so until you get too old to play and stuff starts hurting, right? Right. All right. Sarah Arabia, senior on the 2016-17 Trevecca women's basketball team. We thank you for watching.